this time, due to the miscommunication at the time of voting earlier in the afternoon session on the referral of the mental health motion to the executive committee and all the bylaw 14 entities, the chair at this time extends a courtesy to Dr. Ronnie Floyd to address this convention on this issue. Dr. Floyd, we do apologize for the miscommunication earlier. You now have time to address the messengers. Microphone number 1.
Thank you, Mr. President. And before my 3 minutes begins, may I request respectfully from the Order of Business Committee that they read my motion, just so people will have the context of that motion, because it's been a long time since 8:30 or 8:40 this morning in relationship to that, so they will know what the issue has been, please.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Glad to do it, Dr. Floyd. The motion that Dr. Floyd presented earlier today, it reads, I move the messengers of the 2013 Southern Baptist Convention meeting in Houston, Texas, request that the Executive Committee and the Bylaw 14 entities of the Southern Baptist Convention work in cooperation to assist our churches in the challenge of ministry to those suffering from mental health issues, and that each entity in their written annual ministry report inform the messengers what they have done, are doing, and will do annually to assist our churches in equipping and ministering to the people in our churches and communities who suffer with mental health challenges.
Thank you, Mr. President and messengers of the Southern Baptist Convention. I wanted to appeal to you for overwhelming support of this motion earlier today. Jesus called us to care for the suffering, to care for the least of these. We often overlook them. At times, their lives are so disrupted and severe, they require intervention. These people and their families are often isolated, stigmatized, and rejected. They are referred to as the mentally ill. Our churches and communities are filled with people who need us to minister to them and their families. 58 million Americans and 450 million people globally meet criteria for mental disorder. These are often chronic conditions that must be managed, not cured. 1 million of these individuals around the world die as a result of suicide annually. In recent days and years, we have seen mass shootings and disturbing events that have left us stunned. Even some of our own well-known Southern Baptist families have lost loved ones due to mental health challenges. Southern Baptist pastor Rick Warren tweeted recently, quote, "Why is it if any other organ in your body breaks, you get sympathy, but if your brain breaks, you get secrecy and shame?" The church must answer this question. We can no longer be silent about this issue, and we must cease with stigmatizing those with mental health challenges. Pastors and church leaders in all of our churches must become equipped to care for the least of these. When that horrific F5 tornado hit Moore, Oklahoma, our Southern Baptist disaster relief volunteers were on the scene immediately. Baptist Press reported a powerful testimony of a woman who was led to Christ by one of our chaplains. She stated, and I quote, "I was going to take my life today, but now I know God cares for me and people care." When disasters occur, we do a phenomenal job as Southern Baptists in the middle of material and physical rubble. Now it is time that we do as great of a job in our churches and our communities demonstrating compassion to the emotional rubble that can be piled high in the people and their families who deal with mental health challenges. It is time now that the Southern Baptist Convention is on the front lines of the mental health challenge issue. Therefore, I call upon our Southern Baptist Convention to rise up with compassion, letting America and the world know that we will be there to walk with them, to minister to them, and to encourage them in the mental health challenge that plagues their lives and traps their families from the needed love and support they have longed for from the body of Jesus Christ, the local churches of our nation.
Amen, amen, amen. Thank you, Dr. Floyd. As all of us who are sitting here on today and watching in, all of us know that mental health is an issue that has affected all of us at one time or another, whether it's in somebody in your own family or somebody in your local church. So I want to thank you, Dr. Floyd, for your pastor's heart and for your passion in presenting this motion to the messengers of the convention. And as was done earlier, this motion has been referred to the proper entities in our convention. Thank you, sir, for your passion for this motion. It's now time for the introduction of motions, the last time that that's available. Again, the introduction of business is now in order. If you make a motion, immediately after you have made your motion, please send a written copy of it to the platform. Be sure that your name and the name of your church are attached to your motion. Under the rules, all the motions are referred to the Committee on Order of Business. Please note that at this time it is in order to make motions, but not to debate them. Motions may be debated only after the Committee on Order of Business has scheduled them for consideration.
3A, motion on 3A.
Microphone number 3A, please state your name, your church, and your motion.
My name is Philip Sin. I'm a messenger from Blessed Hope Baptist Church in Troy, Tennessee. I move that the messengers to the Southern Baptist Convention, meeting in Houston, Texas, June 11 and 12, ask the entities overseeing the ministries of the churches of this convention to refrain from utilizing commercial advertisements to solicit funding from sources other than from the churches affiliated with the Southern Baptist Convention.
Is there a second to the motion? Thank you. Please give your copy of your motion to a page and bring it to the platform. Thank you, sir.
6A.
Microphone 6A, please give your name, your church, and your motion.
Yes, my name is Kenneth Ryder. I'm the pastor of Live Oak Baptist Church in Jacksboro, Texas. I move that the Ethics and Religious Liberty Commission investigate the American Cancer Society's stand on stem cell research and release a statement regarding the ethics of their stand.
All right, is there a second to that motion? All right, please give a copy of your motion to a page and please bring it to the platform. Thank you, sir.
3B.
Microphone 3B, please state your name, your church, and give your motion.
Paul Cunningham, Northwest Baptist Church, survivor of the Tornado Alley in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Amen.
Between where I'm standing and the speaker's platform, there's a section reserved for the press, the handicapped, and members of the executive committee and perhaps other groups. Being a member of the executive committee, I'm privileged to sit in this section when I choose to, along with my wife. I've observed that in too many of our convention sessions that many of these seats remain unused, and therefore I believe that there are times when the speaker, particularly in the latter part of the convention, has to look past a lot of empty seats to see the group who are here to participate. Plus, to me, a messenger is a messenger. So my motion is that except for seating for the handicapped and the press, and perhaps other groups that should be included, that all reserved seating on the convention floor be open to any messenger on a first-come, first-served basis in all of the sessions.
there a second to that motion? I look like that. I think that came from somebody from way in the back. Thank you, Brother Paul, and appreciate your motion. Please give a copy of your motion to a page and bring it to the platform.
Ask if there are any other motions.
Are there any other motions? All right.
We're ready for worship.
If not, we are ready for worship. Amen. Let's thank the Lord again for this time of worship. Brother Charles Billingsley will come and the band will come and bless us in this time of